Okay, Ace. Looking forward to talking to you and seeing your
Can you hear me?
setup and meeting you. I can hear you perfectly, Ace. How are you, buddy?
I'm good. How are you, Dale?
It's very nice to meet you, Ace. I've been looking forward to us having a conversation. So why don't we start off with is why the Twitter handle Ace, acronym ACE. Are you a hacker, Ace?
No, I went to school for computer science, but no, not really a hacker. Just kind of went with
Coach,
the name. Ace was taken, so I was
Yeah.
like, you know what? Let me just go with something. I didn't want to go the whole crypto handle.
coach.
Yes, yes. You
Uh,
can share your screen too,
yeah,
Ace.
you want us to
Oh,
help him share his screen because I have
Yeah,
to jump
you
on a
just
meeting,
go
so
to
if you
the
need any help.
green box. It
perfect.
says
Found it.
share. There you
Okay,
go.
got it.
Okay, perfect.
Beautiful.
Enjoy.
Okay, thank you, Steve. So, all right. So there's really nothing significantly symbolic about your Twitter handle.
Yeah, nothing too really,
Uh,
nothing too
all
specific.
right.
So
Okay. So, why don't you tell us about what you were doing before you got into trading and how you were introduced to it?
I was actually going to school for veterinarian stuff, and I
Oh,
remember I was in class one day, and somebody was bringing up Bitcoin, and I remember when I was younger, like around 2010, I had looked into it initially. So I got really interested into it because it just kept going up day after day, and I was like, "Wow, what's this? Let me give this a shot." So at school, my buddy was like signing me up with the whole Coinbase thing and showed me on how to do this. So eventually, I got into watching the markets and realizing how that stuff worked. But it wasn't working too good for me for the first 2-3 months because I had no idea how to trade or anything like that. So eventually I got into the gist of, oh, okay, so I guess, I mean, to be honest, I just started off drawing triangles and I realized, oh, look, this is pretty much how it works in the beginning, is just drawing lines and triangles. So really
okay.
got into crypto first with trading and everything. And ever since
Okay.
then, I've just been really expanding into whatever I can get my hands onto.
Self-taught, or have there been any influences or mentors that have guided you and showed you some things? Because really, there's nothing new under the sun.
Yeah.
Any people help you out along the way?
Not in particularly, unless I'm looking for like certain indicators that I personally use. That's about the only thing. But no, most of it's just been Google and investing and just watching other people and figuring out what they're doing and just
Okay.
reverse engineering it.
Why did you gravitate towards Ichimoku clouds and this Japanese style of trading?
I had seen somebody else use it, and I found it really interesting the way it kept on hitting certain support and resistance levels and giving off signals on top of my regular just watching the price action in general. So I just
Okay.
found it something that was good and confluent for like higher time frames for me. So it was just something I started off early and seems to be working good for me.
Okay. And why don't you tell us what you have for momentum indicators underneath your
Those
candlestick chart?
okay, so those two are actually just something I'm trying. I have somebody was telling me to look up start using divergences, so I really want to get into that. So I don't really have too much going on the bottom one, but this is just the stock RSI and just the regular RSI over here.
Okay.
But the bottom one is an awesome oscillator, which I really don't know what I'm doing yet. I'm just trying to get a grasp of divergences as I see them.
Okay. And whoever told you to look at them, the top one with the crossing lines, they both have crossing lines. So are they RSI with moving averages or what? There's two lines there.
So
The
these
RSI I use is one line.
Okay, so that's just the stock, and then the bottom one is the RSI with the EMA on it.
Okay. All right. So you're here with the spider. We have what I call a throwover of a wedge line. What's your take on what's going on here? What's the message of the market?
So SPY has just been going crazy. It's kind of insane to see it break out like this. First we had my initial resistance up here, and we broke
Yeah.
out clean over through that one. So at this point, I'm just trying to figure out where we would end up heading up from over here. This is the only real thing I can come up with on the weekly, and this coincides with a couple other targets I've been seeing over for order flows like 310. So as of right now, until we can break back underneath over here, I mean, I have no reason to stop playing that same trend.
What are you seeing at 310? Like, yeah, I noticed you're an option trader. Huge open interest in that strike.
Yeah, what I'm seeing is I'm seeing a lot of people buying into this 310 area, but they're
Well,
also buying for around the end of January.
okay. So year-end strength, new all-time highs into the end of the year is what they're positioning for.
Yeah, which is interesting because I'm thinking the opposite. I'm assuming that just because of watching just the markets in general for the short time that I have been, I'm assuming we sell off by December, and that's when I'm going to go ahead and buy because that's what happened last year. We dumped out near Christmas time and then pumped all the way up till May.
Okay, so you're looking for a repeat of last year?
Sort of, yeah. Trump's still in office. I assume him to still be in office again. And if he's in, I don't assume the market's going to go down.
No, I'm just talking about the decline in
Yeah,
December. You're expecting a repeat performance.
sort of, yes.
Okay,
That's what my assumption is.
okay. Well, let me ask you this: if people believe that there was, that last year is going to be repeat performance, why
Mhm.
would they wait for December to sell? Why wouldn't they front run it in November?
So it's getting to that point. So the way I do options trading is I like doing things in 2 month periods for options. And when I got started was around this time last year is when I started observing things in just legacy markets. So I guess back in August, I was telling people that, hey, I'm looking for options trades pushed out until about October time. And then around that point, I'm going to be looking for things around December because I still think if we're still going strong in October, that November won't start seeing a push off until the end of the month. So I'm kind of going on how I would off crypto, just in the sense of the beginning of the month would automatically be positive for me. And then middle of the month, I'll get a little bit more sense of direction. And at the end of the month, I'll already be in a position. So
So you're looking for a mid-month high here. That would be next week,
pretty much, yeah.
possibly, right? Or
Yep.
would it be mid-month December?
No, mid-month this month. I would say if we're
Okay.
going to hit a high.
How about on the full moon Monday? Or how about you're laughing at me? You know, don't call me a lunatic.
Oh, no, no, no.
I'm a lunatic, but anyway, how about Trump opens up another trade front war, another front on the trade war, the 14th with Europe?
Oh, that'll be interesting. I actually just saw news that he was considering taking off some tariffs off China.
Yeah,
I'm not too good on like what exactly all that stuff means, but I'm assuming the market will take that positively.
yeah, yeah. Okay, so what are you doing right now? You looking to buy? Are you buying puts? Do you do verticals? Are you a writer too? Do you take in premium? You do risk reversals? What's your style? There's so many ways to
I
skin a
know.
cat in options.
It's unbelievable, and that's the crazy part. I still feel like even though I've only have like about a year experience, and I still feel like I'm super new into this. So as of right now, I'm still only doing naked calls and puts. I am dabbling a little bit into like the spreads. I'm finding that's a little bit more safer. But nothing too fancy. I have a lot of people telling me to get into like the iron condors and the butterflies, but
I
I'm
couldn't wrap
still,
my head around it. Yeah,
yeah,
it's
it's
being
a lot.
yeah, it's being the house. You know, there's a. I said that options are like relationships. 90% of them expire worthless. Do you have you had options go worthless on you that
Oh
you've
yeah,
owned?
definitely.
Okay,
Uh,
and do you have any kind of risk management plan for cutting losses on an option trade so that doesn't happen?
Yeah, definitely. So one of my biggest things with options are if they don't start picking up right off the bat, I have to cut them. The only ones I maybe possibly let expire worthless are the ones I'm stubborn on and the ones that are already prepaid by the market, which I've bought several contracts ahead of time and exited them for profit. I'm already paying with a free position.
Okay, so
So
they double and you take half.
exactly.
Okay, and you've only been doing this a year.
Yeah, only a year for just legacy markets. Prior to that, I was doing crypto for about 2 to 3 years, but legacy's just hitting a year.
Okay, so you're still active in crypto?
Yep, I'm still trading Bitcoin. I'm not trading as many altcoins as I have, and I'm trading USD pairs on regular exchanges that are like more so in the US now.
Okay.
So, but yeah, still in that market.
Okay. What kind of view do you have on Bitcoin now after the stall and then the big turn we had from the 7,300 level? What are you thinking?
Um, we had such a big run up after this push.
Yeah.
So as of right now, until we can break some higher time frame, higher highs, it's really hard for me to say anything. My biggest thing with Bitcoin is if we can at any point clear the 20 SMA on the weekly, that's one of my other biggest factors. My other biggest factors is also the market cap.
Mhm.
Um, if we can keep pushing the market cap the whole time and keep over 200, I think that'll go. I think a lot of people are really over optimistic for the end of the year that it's going to be over 10K. I'm not that optimistic about it. I am a Bitcoin fan, but I've lost my own hope in it over the time. So we'll see how it goes. I'm not too bullish on it. I think by the end of the year,
You're
if I
not
had
a
a
hodler anymore?
yeah, not a holder anymore, other than the ones that I was stuck with before and learned the hard way.
Okay.
So
Because it sounded like you were an early adopter that, maybe you did
yeah,
okay.
I got in early. I did
At 10
okay.
years old, how old are you now?
I'm 25 now, but
All right.
yeah,
Okay.
so I got into it I think around 2016, near the
Yeah.
end of it. So it was
Uh-huh.
still fairly cheap.
Yeah.
I just kind of went more the altcoin route than I should have, the more Bitcoin route.
Okay. And you said you're trading majors, you're trading FX. You have a view on the euro?
So I don't trade FX that much. I'm occasionally trade USD JPY, which I
Okay.
technically have more so a long opinion on USD JPY, but yeah, nothing too much on Forex end of things.
Okay. So besides S&Ps, you focus on precious metals or energy or
Yeah,
what?
I was a real big fan of silver and gold. I ended up catching the gold run on this silver run on this, so it's been really fun trading silver. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens here. My outlook on silver right now is basically if we can hold this support over here, I think silver should be good to go if we can get this clear over here. So I'm just really looking for a re-entry on silver at this point, seeing if we end up testing this 20 SMA or not. Same thing with gold. Gold is actually a little bit more strange for me because it is currently just going up and down as far as
Yeah,
I'm
in a
concerned.
range.
Yeah.
Actually, that looks like a descending triangle. Since you study triangles, there are different type. Descending triangle would be your flat line, like around, like you have it drawn around 1480 or
Yeah.
1487, and then you have that downsloping line that you could adjust or use your second one. That's a breakdown under that's pretty negative. Would
Yes.
speak towards maybe what 1420 or
Yeah,
1380, the measured move.
I would
It's
say
what, $80, 1400. And do you use the clouds for entries, like the bottom of the cloud or the top of the cloud? And do you know the song by the Rolling Stones, "Hey You, Get Off of My Cloud"?
no, I haven't heard that song. Well,
Uh,
I'm not gonna say I haven't heard it. If I heard it, I'm sure
well,
somebody's played it.
Google. It's a Rolling. Have you heard of the Rolling Stones?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, okay. I'm just checking. You're so young. All right. So, do you have a service? I saw you tweeting about, yeah, people following you on Twitter, or you have your own chat room,
um, I have my own. I
just
mean,
trading for
nothing.
yourself.
Yeah, nothing like really paid. I mean, I do trading with people and stuff, but yeah, nothing really paid. So I just kind of just share what I know and stuff. I don't feel super comfortable where I want to charge anybody for anything. So just really just tossing around ideas with people. I trade for myself. I use it to pay bills and just get by. I mean, as I go, I'm starting to realize that I don't know. I want to start building more of a long term type of things rather than the short term stuff I've been doing this whole time.
Okay. How many hours you spend in front of the screen every day?
So I work from home in general.
Yeah.
So I'm at the screen on the computer almost 24/7. So
So,
I'm looking at some sort of chart at some moment of the
so
day.
you say you work from home in general. Does that mean you have other businesses and other income streams besides your trading?
Yeah, I work full time currently. So I full time trade and I full time work as well.
What kind of work you do?
I
Other
work for
work.
a, I work for a tech department over at Amazon, so
Okay.
I do some at-home stuff for that.
It takes wisdom to know that. Can you imagine trading without your second revenue flow, your
Yeah,
major job? Can you
that
imagine
is
what that would be like?
that is something I'm really considering at this point. Just because I know, just with legacy markets, it would pay off a lot more if I had more time to dwell into the research and things like that. So I feel that would definitely be helpful. So I'm definitely considering that in the next like year or two, trying to go full time trading versus still having a side thing with Amazon. The main thing I stick with my regular job is security. Obviously, it's good to have side income for doing regular work,
Yeah,
and
because not every. I actually think you should keep it until
yeah.
you really build up a grub stake, because then every trade once you leave your job becomes more important to you, and
Exactly.
that makes you more emotional.
Yeah, and that's a hard part of trading that I still work on is the emotional end of things. So
Yeah.
I agree with you there.
Okay. Anything else you want to share with us?
Yeah, I've been watching ETFs. That's one of the first things I started options trading, and
Okay.
I just
I
find
trade them.
these things amazing. It's just crazy how these things work because most of these gaps up that have been happening when I trade options trade, whether it's in the money or out of the money, it ends up being about a 20 to 40% play on them every time on the gap, as long as it's within trend. And
Okay.
this is the one I've been playing for the last couple months, and this has been great. I'm just shocked that it's been just riding up with everything. But
Weaker dollar having being the propulsion behind it. Okay, that's a nice look. What else you have for us? Okay,
okay,
that's China. What are you thinking here?
China, if we can break through here, I mean, as if we have another set of positive news, I don't see why not. We wouldn't go up to at least over here and double top out over here before we go. I was looking into these a little bit and like the individual companies that are weighted on these.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the other reason that I get so worried about SPY at the moment as well, is all of these other companies are weighted on these things and they're all looking like they're getting to the point where they're overbought. So I'm not expecting.
You mean like Microsoft?
Yeah, just like for example, like with EFA, I know like Baba's like one of these and heavily weighted on them, or just in general with even with SPY, I know like yeah,
What is
like you said,
this one? A global index or what? What is this one? MSCI.
the EFA one. That
Yeah.
is a good
What's it
question.
comprised of? What's it an ETF of?
Bear with me, let me take a look.
Do you know?
No, not off the top. I just
Okay,
know.
just a chart's a chart. Doesn't matter. Okay.
Yeah, I don't look too much into fundamental things. If I see
Okay.
something in trend, I will
Okay.
trade it.
Okay.
So
And what's that BRZU Brazil?
yeah, that one is a Brazilian share. This is another one. I
Mm.
just was trading strictly for order flow. I saw order flow coming in, so I'm pretty much just trading range over here with this one.
Okay. And in the year you've been doing it, what's the most important thing you've learned?
My risk management. That is the biggest thing I can stress to people. It's not even anything else is like comes second to me. If you can't manage your risk, you're not going to be able to trade. You can be a great trader, but then you'll end up with one or two trades that'll end up wiping your account. So if I could stress to anybody, find out a risk plan before you can actually start trading and figure out what you're able to handle as far as position sizing goes and how you're allocating your capital.
And the best way for people to get in touch with you is at Hackerman Ace on Twitter.
Yeah, they can reach out to me on my Twitter, or they can reach out to me on my Gmail, hackermanace@gmail.com. Either or, I'm available at any time. So if anybody has questions or anything, I'm more than willing to help.
Okay, well, it was really nice meeting you, Ace. You're my youngest trading warrior brother that I have.
Yeah,
Yeah, so little brother, trading warrior brother. I wish you a long, prosperous career, and just keep this in mind. Trading is what you do; it's not who you are. And be patient, not only with the market, but with yourself. And I hope pips rain down on you.
yeah. Thank you very much, Dale. I appreciate it. This was very
Yeah,
fun.
great meeting you, and I'm rooting for you.
Yeah, thank you very much. You have a good day.
All right, that's it, everyone, for Wednesday, and that's Ace Hackerman. You can follow him on his Twitter handle at HackermanAce, who's looking for a potential high here short term in the S&Ps. You know what, I am too. And the sell-off, I think, is going to happen into Thanksgiving. He's thinking a decent repeat. So thanks again, Ace, and everyone else. Have a great day. Remember, don't just count your pips, count your blessings. See everyone tomorrow. Adios. You're welcome, Brock. You're welcome. You're welcome, Chachan. Gautam. I'll see you.